where we present Nexofox to you. So there is a big effort behind. So and I'm really happy to show it now to you, to our customers, that we announced Nexofox as a new software brand. Before I really go deep in the presentation, some background information to today's session. So the session will be recorded, so there as well will be the chance to look or stream the video afterwards from YouTube and show it to colleagues. And yeah, so what is Nexofox? So I think I've lost the presentation. So, but back again. So what is Nexofox? So Nexofox is a new software brand of Dunkermotoren. With that we want to establish a new IIoT solution and software solution on the market. On the network behind me, you can see a lot of topics that we see around Nexofox. So you see the Industrial 4.0 topics like condition monitoring, predictive maintenance, or process automation, or as well the Industrial Internet of Things that we link with this new brand and where we create offerings. And as well, you see more closer topics to the motor itself. You see motion code, which allows to program our motors. You see the interfaces like CANopen or Profinet. And so that's the range of Nexofox. It starts on top of the motors with additional functionalities up to the cloud and offers solution on all these different stages and as well over all stages. The other horizon of Nexofox is that we are a solution partner from the first idea downwards to the realization. So we help to develop concepts and solutions around connectivity and IoT and programming together with our motors. So next to this first introduction, just some short words to me. So I'm responsible here at Dunkermotoren for the topics Industrial Internet of Things and as well service. And I'm standing for the topics digitization, software, as well as automation, and to make it happen and to bring it to life. So that's my goal and the topics I'm stand for. Today, as you see here, it's the first official launch of Nexofox. So it's the first announcement that Nexofox will be established as a software brand of Dunkermotoren. And if you are interested in seeing that solutions live and the offering of Nexofox, feel free to join us at the Dunkermotoren booth from the 23rd to the 25th of November in Nuremberg, where we have the first presentation as Nexofox on the booth. And another thing, who is the team? You see, it's not just a little team. There are quite some persons behind who are developing this solution. So it's colleagues from sales, it's colleagues from the technician department, it's also from EGS. So we are spread in the organization and we are developing these solutions of Nexofox. But I think now the most important question of today. So what is Nexofox? And I think here this is the question who most of you are interested in. What is this announcement of this short announced webinar? So Nexofox will be an own software brand additional to Dunkermotoren that allows the capabilities of our motors, of our hardware, to extend them with software and services, and so have a hybrid and wider offering. But what belongs to software and services? What's behind if we're talking about this? So it starts from the beginning of the programming of our motors that we can offer as a service, or where we can support you by programming the motors. And this is done by motion code. And as well, here we have extended our capabilities to also offer programming capabilities at the edge and at the cloud. And later on, I will give you a more deeper idea what's behind these areas. Next to this, we offer complete cloud solutions like condition monitoring, where we give our customers the possibilities to monitor motors directly from their desk, and also monitor whole fleets of motors to see what's going on, and as well act before something happens and the call comes. Next to this, also, we are working on digital services like predictive maintenance or a digital twin, where we are now in the basic work to create all the models and combine the new technologies with our knowledge around the motors to bring predictive maintenance to life. As well, another pillar of our offering are smartphone apps, which we see as tooling for the service technicians of our customers to have a tool directly in their pockets that helps them to analyze the motors and to see in a fast and easy way what's going on, and as well close the loop to our service technicians. Next to the technical solutions, we also, as already mentioned, we are acting as a concept and consultant partner with offering workshops and solution finding phases to help you to define the right concept for connectivity and software bundles around our motors. And next to this, we also offer trainings and support for motion code and IIoT to enable our customers to really use these tools we are offering. Another benefit of this brand Nexofox is that we offer the whole IIoT solutions and the work we are doing there also for the sister and markets of Dunkermotoren like the MAE or EGS. So where we as Nexofox bring one IoT solution for all the products in place. Here, the differentiation is there. All what belongs directly to the motor, like settings or tuning, questions, how it is wired and how to use it, is still be done after the core brand Dunkermotoren, MAE or EGS. But if you think further to functionalities like motion code, which really extends the capability of the motors, that's the point where Nexofox starts and where Nexofox brings added value in. From this point, I make a small step back. So what brings us in the position to think about the industrial Internet of Things and establish here more software functionalities and software services. That's of course the smart motor of Dunkermotoren, because these are intelligent devices that have the drive and all the electronics directly integrated in the motors. They bring the whole connectivity with the CAN open or industrial Ethernets like Profinet with it, so that they are able to provide the data and can interact with other systems. And as well, to make it round, they have already the integrated safety and the capability to be pre-programmed in C, which we have realized with motion code. And that means the first step of IoT, the first aggregation and analysis of data directly can be done on the motor. Next to that, motion code also can be used to realize control logics. But I think another important question, so why we are interested in the industrial Internet of Things, why we are active there, and where do we see the benefits that we can bring here in this area? At the first point, we see that we can enable remote functionalities to our motors and devices, like condition monitoring to observe motors and analyzing the data of the motors and the health status, how it's going, is there any problem, do we see something on the motors that the service technician can be sent out with already the right information. Tools to realize this, we see real-time oscilloscopes or trendings, analyzing data. That's the stuff we see inside this field. And as well, if we have a short-term look in the future, as well the distribution of firmware and software to motors in the field so that they get the capability to be updated remotely. And if we talk here about software, we mean as well motion code or parameter sets. Another step downwards the road is that IIoT enables us to offer additional services or to create new business models like predictive maintenance, give an idea what's the condition of the motor, and then also predict it to the future. How will it change? How will the mechanic behind the motor change? Here we are actually in deep work and starting with building the models that we can transfer it to algorithms and logic within 2022. And also, if you think this consequently to the future, you also see functionalities or business models like motor as a service or pay-per-use as the next consequential step, where we are actively thinking about to see where the road goes here in this field. And as already mentioned at the last slide, the first pillar we see in the smartphone apps, really with the focus to serve or support the service technicians of our customers on site, that they have a quick and easy interaction with the motors and are able to realize in an early way, in an early mode, what's going on, what's happening with the motor. That's the three pillars where we build our IoT capabilities on. So now we go a little bit deeper. How does our developments look like? What do we already have and where the way goes to? Here in this screen, you really see the three different layers. At the bottom, you see the motors, where we have the possibility to do first IoT settings with motion code, make first data analytics, observations, and aggregation of data. Then we have the second level of the edge, which is the central element, which runs locally in the customers, in the operator's environment, and where we see a modular software setup with different function blocks, beginning from connectors over analytics blocks or integration in customers' environment, like OPC UA adapters and others. On the highest level as well, we see cloud solutions. And here we see two streams. So we see a device cloud that is provided from us, where we're offering different services like fleet management or global analytics to have remote management of all the motors, firmwares, and all that stuff from remote, or as well the integration of the motors directly in the customer's IoT solution. What means we don't want to offer a platform that has to be used additionally. We want to offer apps and services that can be directly integrated in the customer's IoT solution and provides you the services, predictive maintenance, condition monitoring, but don't needs an own platform. How does it look like a step deeper? If we start for the edge, we see the edge in the first step as an interface between the motors itself and different IT systems, from a SCADA MES system or other local tools up to different cloud environments. We see it as a platform for local operations analytics based to the motor. And for us, it's an open and Docker-based solution. So that can be integrated in all systems that have the capability to run Docker containers. To give you an idea how that can look alike, so we see all the function blocks you see behind me are realized as containers, are interacting with each other over an MQTT bus, and so a solution can be combined between or fitting to your demands. So what we already have developed is an adapter that connects our Profinet and one that connects our CAN motors. And we as well have two different cloud connectors, one to the Microsoft Azure cloud and one to the Siemens MindSphere as well. And here we are extending this modular system step by step. Here is in the pipeline an OPC-UA server that provides motor data on edge level in the OPC-UA format. And as well, we want to extend this edge with local analytics and data handling functionalities like data buffering, data aggregation, or as well an adapter for our older series, the XI motors. Next to this, so here in this case, we integrate in customer solutions just with software. Next to this, of course, the edge can also be hardware. Here we see that we as well will offer an key-ready solutions for our customers, where we also have a bundle of an hardware gateway linked with the necessary software containers. And here we will provide a managed solution that fits the requirements regarding IT security and lets you sleep well, because it's managed, all the applications are managed and the gateways itself. Here we are in the moment in the final steps of the hardware evaluation and will come up with a gateway in our catalog soon. But for prototype realizations, we are also ready if hardware is needed. One step above, if we have a short look to the cloud, what can you expect there from Nexofox? Here in this screen, you see an example dashboard that was realized in the past. But here we realize our solution based on Siemens MindSphere that we have recognized is a strong partner in this field with a lot of experience and good functionalities in this area. And we are offering the tooling to analyze and work with the data of our motors. What we already have until now is the possibility for data mining and device management. We also can build up different messagings based on events and data, and also the visualization of the data with dashboards. What we are, as mentioned earlier, we are deep in the work to realize predictive maintenance and different data analytics operations to get insights out of the data of the motors. And as well, we are working at the API integrations of all of our apps and services that they directly can be consumed in your IoT solutions. Next to this, we also have a first smartphone app running that is decoding our new type plate, which is generally a 2D code. And here, the next steps are combining this smartphone app as well with the cloud backend services to have here a straightforward solution up to the future possibility to have a direct link between the different service technicians. Next to this, we are in, I would say, basic work regarding the digital twin. Here we are setting on technologies like the asset administration shell, which is as well an open standard provided by the platform Industry 4.0. And so we really focus on these standardized solutions, because that's really important for us. We believe in that IIoT just will be happen and will be working if you think in ecosystems where a sensor and the motor and all the other systems in automation are interoperable and set on the same open standards. That's the reason why we set on Docker and this asset administration shell, or as well an MQTT and OPC-UA, because we think that's the key. Next to this, we also don't go the way alone. We work together with strong partners in the Open Industry 4.0 Alliance and as well in the MindSphere World to don't provide a proprietary solution. We really want to provide an open solution that works together with other vendors, and then that can be combined to a useful and mighty IIoT solutions. So at the end of this presentation, I will summarize it a little bit with the USPs that Nexofox can offer to our customers, to you. And that is with all the developments we do, we have a full focus on the customer needs. So from the beginning on, we are working in an agile development and based on really customer projects and use cases where we start and orient our whole developments. And here, and one of our main focus is that we really target in and plug in apps and services that can be integrated in the IoT solutions and environments from our customers and don't push them to operate an additional platform. Next to this, we can offer one solution out of one hand, really from the field level, from the motor up to the cloud or to every level in between. So it can be an edge and motor solution, it can be a motor and motion code solution, or it can be a full solution from the motor up to the cloud, including the whole hardware, software, and services. And so in this way, from the motor to the cloud, everything follows the same philosophy and architecture from the programming on the motor, the connectivity, and the analysis. And there are not 3 vendors needed, just one. So you don't need one who has to think about the connectivity, other one has to work with the data he gets from the connectivity, and the third one who has a hardware that has to be analyzed from the others. So everything can be provided out of one hand. And next to this, we have the highest possible flexibility because we have a modular motor system with motion code. The different functionalities can be extended. We have a modular cloud concept where you can build your solutions with different cloud containers and the same structure on the cloud. And if this modular concept is not enough, we have the possibility to have an individual customized programming on all the 3 levels where we can create your solution that fits to your demands. And I think the last, but one of the biggest benefits of this setting is that we came from the background of Dunkermotoren, MAE, and EGS. So we have the whole knowledge about the motors, the devices, the machines that allows us to combine this knowledge now with new technologies around the industrial Internet of Things, and so make a useful and round solution that really creates added value to our motors. So that's the announcement of today. I'm really happy to send out this information today to the world that Dunkermotoren extends with the brand Nexofox the capabilities around software and industrial Internet of Things. And thank you for your attention and for joining this session today. If there are any questions from you, feel free to ask them now or contact me at any time when you need or where you have a question around these topics around Nexofox or the programming of our motors. So thanks from my side, and now I'm interested in your questions.